Preparing for your Florida DMV permit test? Congratulations! You've come to the right channel. On this channel, you'll find everything you need to pass on your first try. Guaranteed. This mock test includes 50 questions. Just like the real exam, you'll need 40 correct answers to pass. Quick tip, don't miss the last 8 road sign questions. They're important and can earn you easy points in your exam. All questions are based on the official study guide. Keep track of your score and let us know in the comments how many you got right. Let's get started. Question 1. What should you do before starting your vehicle's engine? A. Only check the fuel level. B. Adjust your seat, mirrors, and remove anything blocking your view. C. Roll down all the windows. D. None of the above. The correct answer is B. Adjust your seat, mirrors, and remove anything blocking your view. Explanation. Before starting your vehicle, you should adjust the seat so you can easily reach all controls. Adjust all mirrors so you can use them without leaning, and remove anything that blocks your view of the mirrors or the roadway. Question 2. Who is responsible for making sure passengers under 18 are wearing seatbelts in a vehicle? A. The driver. B. Each individual passenger. C. The front seat passenger. D. Both the driver and the passenger. The correct answer is A. The driver. Explanation. The driver is legally responsible for making sure all passengers under 18 are wearing seatbelts, especially those in the front seat. Question 3. Leaving a child who is dashed by themselves in a vehicle is against the law. A. 6 years old or younger. B. 12 years old or younger. C. 16 years old or younger. D. None of the above. The correct answer is A. 6 years old or younger. Explanation. It is illegal to leave a child who is 6 years old or younger unattended in a vehicle. A child may be left under the supervision of a person who is at least 12 years old. Question 4. Within how many feet of following a vehicle should you use your low-beam headlights? A. 300 feet. B. 600 feet. C. 1,200 feet. D. 2,400 feet. The correct answer is A. 300 feet. Explanation. When following another vehicle within 300 feet at night, you should switch to low-beam headlights to avoid blinding the driver ahead with your high beams. Question 5. What happens if your BAC is 0.08 or higher, or any measurable amount if you're under 21? A. You receive a warning but can still drive. B. You may face a fine but keep your license. C. Your license will be suspended or revoked even without a DUI conviction. D. You are allowed to drive with restrictions. The correct answer is C. Your license will be suspended or revoked even without a DUI conviction. Explanation. If your BAC is 0.08 or more, or any amount if under 21, your driver's license will be suspended or revoked, even if you're not convicted of DUI in court. Question 6. Illegal drugs and controlled substances, such as marijuana, can impact a person's ability to operate a vehicle by A. Enhancing their reflexes and judgment. B. Improving their reaction time. C. Impairing their reflexes, judgment, and alertness. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Impairing their reflexes, judgment, and alertness. Explanation. Illegal drugs and controlled substances, such as marijuana, affect a person's reflexes, judgment, and alertness, along with causing many other dangerous side effects. Question 7. Defensive driving means A. Driving fast to reach your destination quickly. B. Staying alert and use safe habits to prevent accidents. C. Honking often to challenge aggressive drivers. D. Avoid obeying traffic signals. The correct answer is B. Staying alert and use safe habits to prevent accidents. Explanation. Defensive driving is about staying alert and using safe habits to prevent accidents. Question 8. What does the picture below indicate? A. The driver is moving or turning left. B. The driver is moving or turning right. C. The driver is slowing or stopping. D. The driver is parking. The correct answer is C. The driver is slowing or stopping. Explanation. The hand signal pointing towards the road indicates that the driver is either slowing down or stopping. Question 9. Where should you position your vehicle when driving slower than other traffic? A. In the right lane. B. In the middle lane. C. In the fast lane. D. In the left lane. The correct answer is A. In the right lane. Explanation. When you're driving slower than the flow of traffic, you should stay in the right lane. This allows faster moving vehicles to pass safely on the left. Question 10. You are approaching a vehicle stopped at a crosswalk from behind. What should you do? A. Pass the vehicle carefully. B. Assume the driver is waiting for a turn. C. Assume pedestrians may be crossing and prepare to stop. D. Honk and drive around the vehicle quickly. The correct answer is C. Assume pedestrians may be crossing and prepare to stop. Explanation. If a vehicle is stopped at a crosswalk, the driver approaching from behind should assume pedestrians may be crossing, even if they are not immediately visible. Question 11. What should you do if another vehicle is following you too closely? A. Speed up to get away. B. Slow down and move to the right. C. Slam on the brakes. D. Honk and wave them back. The correct answer is B. Slow down and move to the right. Explanation. If your vehicle is being followed too closely, slow down and keep to the right. Question 12. When can you enter a bike lane to make a right turn? A. Any time before the turn. B. At the start of the street. C. When you're within 200 feet of the turn. D. After making the turn. The correct answer is C. When you're within 200 feet of the turn. Explanation. You can drive in a bike lane but wait to enter until you are 200 feet from the turn. Question 13. Why is judging a motorcycle's speed difficult? A. They drive too slowly. B. They use soundproof engines. C. They are small in size and take up less of your field of vision. D. They ride on sidewalks. The correct answer is C. They are small in size and take up less of your field of vision. Explanation. Gauging the speed of a motorcycle can be challenging because motorcycles are smaller and take up less of your field of vision than cars. Question 14. You are approaching an intersection and the light turns yellow, but you are too close to stop safely. What should you do? A. Stop anyway. B. Drive through the intersection with caution. C. Do not enter the intersection. D. Jump off the car. The correct answer is B. Drive through the intersection with caution. Explanation. If you are already close enough to the intersection that you cannot stop safely, drive through it with caution. Question 15. What does it mean if a truck driver blinks their lights after you pass? A. They want you to speed up. B. They want you to slow down. C. It's a signal that it's safe to move back in front of the truck. D. They are warning you to stay in your lane. The correct answer is C. It's a signal that it's safe to move back in front of the truck. Explanation. Truck drivers often blink their lights to let you know it's safe to return to the lane in front of them after passing. However, move back only when you can see the front of the truck in your rearview mirror. Question 16. What should you do when passing a truck going in the same direction? A. Pass slowly and steadily. B. Change lanes immediately after passing. C. Pass quickly and change lanes when you see both of the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror. D. Slow down after passing the truck. The correct answer is C. Pass quickly and change lanes when you see both of the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror. Explanation. When passing a truck that is going in the same direction, pass quickly to resume visibility and change lanes only when you can see both of the truck's headlights in your rearview mirror. Question 17. When you enter an open intersection, you must A. Yield the right of way if a vehicle is already present in the intersection. B. Speed up and quickly cross. C. Proceed through without considering other vehicles. D. Pass the vehicle slowly to cross. The correct answer is A. Yield the right of way if a vehicle is already present in the intersection. Explanation. When you enter an open intersection, you must yield the right of way to any vehicle already present in the intersection. Question 18. Do not stop on the railroad tracks or within dash of the crossing. A. 15 feet. B. 25 feet. C. 35 feet. D. 50 feet. The correct answer is A. 15 feet. Explanation. Do not stop on the railroad tracks or within 15 feet of the crossing. Question 19. After stopping for a school bus with flashing red lights and an extended stop sign, you can proceed. A. As soon as you see no children nearby. B. When the bus driver waves you through. C. When the red flashing lights turn off, the stop sign is withdrawn, or the bus begins moving. D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. Explanation. You must stay stopped until the bus starts moving, the driver signals you to go, or the red lights and stop sign are no longer active. This ensures children's safety while they board or exit the bus. Question 20. What should you do before turning at an intersection? A. Turn on hazard lights at least 200 feet in advance. B. Move into the correct turning lane before the intersection. C. Honk to signal the turn. D. Speed up to turn faster. The correct answer is B. Move into the correct turning lane before the intersection. Explanation. Before turning at an intersection, you should get into the correct lane well in advance. This helps ensure a smooth, legal turn and lets other drivers know your intentions. Finding this video helpful? Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Your support helps us create more practice videos to get you test ready. Now, let's get back to it. Question 21. What must you do when entering a roundabout? A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, especially from the left. B. Yield to traffic on your right. C. Focus only on the cars behind you. D. Enter quickly to avoid stopping. The correct answer is A. Yield to traffic already in the roundabout, especially from the left. Explanation. Traffic inside the roundabout has the right of way, so when entering, you must yield to vehicles coming from your left. Adjust your speed or stop at the yield sign if needed. Question 22. What should you do when approaching a vehicle that is stopped in the lane next to you? A. Honk and pass quickly. B. Maintain your speed and pass normally. C. Slow down and be cautious. It may be stopped for a pedestrian or hazard. D. Stop immediately behind the vehicle. The correct answer is C. Slow down and be cautious. It may be stopped for a pedestrian or hazard. Explanation. If a vehicle is stopped in an adjacent lane, it may be yielding to a pedestrian or avoiding a hazard. Always slow down and proceed with caution to prevent a potential collision. Question 23. After passing a vehicle, you must return to the right side of the road before coming within dash of any approaching vehicle. A. 200 feet. B. 400 feet. C. 600 feet. D. 800 feet. The correct answer is A. 200 feet. Explanation. After passing a vehicle, you must return to the right side of the road before coming within 200 feet of any approaching vehicle. Question 24. What should you do when another driver is about to pass your vehicle? A. Speed up to stay ahead. B. Move to the left to block them. C. Slow down and move to the right to allow them to pass. D. Honk and flash your lights. The correct answer is C. Slow down and move to the right to allow them to pass. Explanation. When another vehicle is attempting to pass, you must slow down slightly and move to the right if safe to do so. making it easier and safer for the other driver to complete the pass.
Don't have time to study every test question? No worries, we've got you covered. You can get ready in less than 1 hour and pass the Florida DMV permit test guaranteed. Get our premium cheat sheet with 150 must-know questions. Tap the link above to download now. You can also grab it from the description below.
Question 25. Do not park within dash of the nearest rail of a level railway crossing. A. 15 feet. B. 35 feet. C. 40 feet. D. 50 feet. The correct answer is D. 50 feet. Explanation. You should not park within 50 feet of a railway crossing to keep the area clear for approaching trains. Question 26. What should you do before pulling out from a right-side parallel parking space? A. Pull out quickly without checking. B. Check for traffic and signal your intention to turn left. C. Honk before moving. D. Reverse first to gain space. The correct answer is B. Check for traffic and signal your intention to turn left. Explanation. Before leaving a right-side parallel parking space, you must check for approaching traffic and signal left to safely re-enter the flow of traffic without causing a hazard. Question 27. What should you do when cars are entering the freeway? A. Speed up to block them. B. Slow down suddenly. C. Maintain your speed and move over if possible to give them space. D. Honk to warn them. The correct answer is C. Maintain your speed and move over if possible to give them space. Explanation. When vehicles are entering the freeway, you should maintain a steady speed and move over to the next lane if it's safe. This helps ensure a smoother and safer merge for everyone. Question 28. When leaving the freeway, you should A. Slow down immediately before entering the deceleration lane. B. Signal and move into the deceleration lane, and gradually reduce your speed to the exit ramp speed. C. Maintain your speed until you reach the end of the exit ramp. D. Stop in the deceleration lane before proceeding to the exit ramp. The correct answer is B. Signal and move into the deceleration lane, and gradually reduce your speed to the exit ramp speed. Explanation. When leaving the freeway, first signal that you want to move into the deceleration lane, but do not slow down. When you are in the lane, reduce your speed gradually to the speed shown for the exit ramp. Question 29. When you encounter traffic control devices in road construction areas, you should A. Ignore the signals and maintain regular speed. B. Maintain your speed and only slow down for visible road obstructions. C. Reduce your speed and use caution as directed by signs, flaggers, or law enforcement. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. Reduce your speed and use caution as directed by signs, flaggers, or law enforcement. Explanation. Be prepared to reduce your speed and use caution when directed to do so by a sign, flagger, or law enforcement officer. Question 30. What is the law regarding wearing headsets or earplugs while driving? A. Only wireless earbuds are allowed in both ears. B. It is illegal to wear them in both ears while driving. C. It's legal if you're using them for calls only. D. It is required for hands-free communication. The correct answer is B. It is illegal to wear them in both ears while driving. Explanation. It is against the law to wear a headset or earplugs in both ears while driving, as it can prevent you from hearing important sounds like sirens, horns, or other warnings, increasing the risk of accidents. Question 31. What should you avoid doing if your vehicle starts to skid? A. Shifting into neutral. B. Turning the steering wheel gently. C. Pressing the brake pedal. D. Looking in the direction you want to go. The correct answer is C. Pressing the brake pedal. Explanation. In a skid, pressing the brake pedal can make the situation worse by locking the wheels. Instead, keep your foot off the brake, steer in the direction you want to go, and stay calm to help regain control. Question 32. If you can't safely move over for a stopped emergency vehicle on a multi-lane road, what should you do? A. Keep your speed and pass quickly. B. Slow down by 20 miles per hour below the speed limit and drive carefully. C. Ignore the vehicle and keep going. D. Speed up to get past it faster. The correct answer is B. Slow down by 20 miles per hour below the speed limit and drive carefully. Explanation. If you cannot move over safely, you must slow down to 20 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. Question 33. When are roadways usually the most slippery? A. During a heavy downpour. B. During the first rain after a dry spell. C. After it has rained for hours. D. At night when it rains. The correct answer is B. During the first rain after a dry spell. Explanation. Roads are most slippery during the first rain after a dry period because oil and debris that have built up on the surface mix with the rain, creating a slick layer that reduces tire traction. Question 34. What should you do if your gas pedal gets stuck or jammed? A. Take your foot off the gas pedal. B. Shift into neutral automatic transmission or press the clutch manual transmission. C. Press the brakes gently to slow down. D. All of the above. The correct answer is D. All of the above. Explanation. In a situation of a jammed stuck gas pedal, drivers should 1. Take their foot off the gas pedal. 2. Press the clutch manual transmission or shift into neutral automatic transmission. 3. If necessary, press don't slam brakes to slow the vehicle. Question 35. What should drivers with regular non-ABS brakes do if they lose traction in an emergency? A. Hold the brake down firmly. B. Pump the brakes gently. C. Turn off the engine. D. Press the gas pedal. The correct answer is B. Pump the brakes gently. Explanation. To stop in an emergency situation where traction is lost, drivers with conventional brakes should pump the brakes gently. Question 36. Leaving the scene of a crash that involves a death is a dash degree felony. A. First. B. fourth, C, second, D, third. The correct answer is A, first. Explanation. Leaving the scene of a crash involving a death is considered a first-degree felony. Question 37. What should you do if a crash causes vehicle or property damage but doesn't require a police report? A, ignore it and continue driving. B, send a written report of the crash to the DMV within 10 days. C, call your insurance company immediately. D, wait for a law enforcement officer to arrive. The correct answer is B, send a written report of the crash to the DMV within 10 days. Explanation. If a crash results in vehicle or property damage and does not require a law enforcement report, you must write a written report of the crash to the DMV within 10 days. Question 38. Which of the following can cause your driver's license to be suspended? A, refusing to take an alcohol or drug test while driving. B, failing to pay a traffic fine or appear in court. C, making a fraudulent license application. D, all of the above. The correct answer is D, all of the above. Explanation. Your license can be suspended for actions such as refusing to take an alcohol or drug test, failing to pay a traffic fine or appear in court, or making a fraudulent license application. These all violate state driving laws and responsibilities. Question 39. How far can a load extend beyond the fenders of a passenger vehicle on a highway? A, no more than 6 inches on the right side, none on the left. B, no more than 6 inches on the left side, none on the right. C, up to 12 inches on both sides. D, it can extend beyond the fenders on both sides. The correct answer is A, no more than 6 inches on the right side, none on the left. Explanation. Passenger vehicles must not be driven on any highway with a load extending beyond the fenders on the left side of the vehicle or extending more than 6 inches beyond the line of the fenders on the right side. Question 40. What should you do if you do not want an officer to search your vehicle during a traffic stop? A, clearly state you do not consent but do not resist if they search anyway. B, drive away to avoid the search. C, refuse and block the officer physically. D, argue loudly until the officer stops. The correct answer is A, clearly state you do not consent but do not resist if they search anyway. Explanation. If you don't consent to a vehicle search, you should calmly and clearly say so, but never resist or interfere if the officer proceeds. Resisting can result in arrest or additional charges, even if your objection was valid. Question 41. What should you do if you come across this sign when driving? A, come to a complete stop and proceed only when it is safe. B, speed up to merge with traffic. C, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary, allowing any oncoming traffic to proceed before you. D, ignore the sign if there is no traffic. The correct answer is C, slow down and be prepared to stop if necessary, allowing any oncoming traffic to proceed before you. Explanation. This is a yield sign. It indicates that drivers must slow down and prepare to stop if needed to give the right of way to other vehicles, pedestrians, or cyclists. Unlike a stop sign, a complete stop is not mandatory unless traffic or road conditions require it. Question 42. What does this sign indicate? A. Drivers must stop before the intersection and cannot proceed. B. Drivers can block the intersection if traffic is heavy. C. Drivers must not enter the intersection if they cannot get all the way through without stopping. D. The intersection is closed to all traffic. The correct answer is C. Drivers must not enter the intersection if they cannot get all the way through without stopping. Explanation. This sign indicates that drivers must not enter the intersection if they cannot get all the way through without stopping. This sign is a warning to prevent blocking the intersection and causing traffic jams. Question 43. What action should drivers take upon seeing this road sign? A. They should immediately stop the vehicle. B. They should increase their speed to quickly clear the area. C. They should continue at the same speed. D. They should drive slowly and be cautious of potential hazards. The correct answer is D. They should drive slowly and be cautious of potential hazards. Explanation. This sign alerts drivers to reduce their speed and proceed with caution. It is typically used in areas where there may be potential hazards, such as near schools, construction zones, or areas with high pedestrian activity. Question 44. What does this sign mean? A. Drivers should prepare to make a sharp left turn. B. The road curves to the right ahead, and drivers should reduce their speed and proceed with caution. C. The road ahead has a series of curves or turns. Drivers should slow down and be cautious. D. Drivers must turn left at the upcoming intersection. The correct answer is C. The road ahead has a series of curves or turns. Drivers should slow down and be cautious. Explanation. This sign warns drivers that the road ahead has a series of curves or turns, and they should reduce speed and exercise caution. Such signs are commonly placed on roads with winding sections that can be difficult to navigate at high speeds. Question 45. What does this sign indicate to drivers? A. There is a pedestrian crossing zone ahead. B. There is a school zone ahead. C. There is a bicycle crossing ahead. D. There is an intersection ahead. The correct answer is C. There is a bicycle crossing ahead. Explanation. This sign warns drivers to be on the lookout for a designated bicycle crossing ahead. Cyclists may be crossing the road, and drivers should reduce speed and be prepared to yield to them to ensure safety. Question 46. What does this arrow signal indicate when flashing? A. Drivers must come to a complete stop and not turn in the direction of the arrow. B. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow without yielding to oncoming traffic. C. Drivers must proceed straight ahead and not turn in the direction of the arrow. D. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow but should yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. The correct answer is D. Drivers can turn in the direction of the arrow, but should yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. Explanation. A flashing yellow left arrow indicates that drivers may make a left turn, but they must yield to oncoming traffic and pedestrians before proceeding. It allows for an unprotected turn, requiring extra caution. Question 47. What does this sign indicate? A. There is an upcoming sharp turn. B. There is a school zone ahead. C. The road ahead features a steep downward slope. D. The road ahead is completely flat. The correct answer is C. The road ahead features a steep downward slope. Explanation. This sign warns drivers about a steep hill or downgrade on the road ahead. It alerts them to adjust their speed and prepare their vehicle to handle the slope safely. Question 48. What does this guide sign show? A. The distance to the mentioned destinations. B. The directions to the mentioned destinations. C. The distance and directions to the mentioned destinations. D. None of the above. The correct answer is C. The distance and directions to the mentioned destinations. Explanation. This sign shows both the distance and direction to the listed destinations. Such signs assist drivers in staying on the correct route, planning their travel time, and reducing the risk of taking wrong turns. Question 49. What action should drivers take when they encounter this construction sign? A. Find an alternate route since the road ahead is closed. B. Continue driving and expect some delays due to construction. C. Wait for the construction to finish before proceeding. D. Drive through the construction zone as quickly as possible. The correct answer is A. Find an alternate route, since the road ahead is closed. Explanation. When drivers see this construction sign, it means that the road is not accessible due to construction work. Drivers should look for alternative routes to reach their destination. Question 50. What do the broken and solid yellow lines going side by side on this road signify? A. Vehicles can pass from either direction. B. A pedestrian crossing zone where vehicles must stop. C. Vehicles on the side with the broken line can pass if it is safe, while vehicles on the side with the solid line cannot pass. D. A separation between the bicycle lane and the car lane. The correct answer is C. Vehicles on the side with the broken line can pass if it is safe, while vehicles on the side with the solid line cannot pass. Explanation. The broken and solid yellow lines going side by side indicate different passing rules for each direction of traffic. Vehicles traveling on the side with the broken line can pass or change lanes if safe. However, vehicles on the side with the solid line are not permitted to pass or cross the line under any circumstances. Did you pass this mock test? Feel free to share your score in the comments below. If you are struggling, don't worry, we'd love to help you pass your test.